Greetings and salutations, my friends. This is Lurch from IreLAN Gaming, and welcome to the 600 subscriber special. I would like to say this has been a long journey, but it's been a bit more like a blazing roller coaster. We have went from our humble beginnings of our first 30 awesome subscribers to over 650 in just under 2 weeks. Your support has been incredible, your feedback has been golden, and just being here and watching these videos makes this all worthwhile. We now have a thriving, friendly community and something I am really proud to be a part of. I feel like we're creating something a lot bigger than any one of us, and as a thank you, both me and Ruger have been working hard on putting together this video for you. This is a culmination of over 100 hours of filming, editing, building, sciencing, and most importantly, blowing the crap out of stuff. Now, I'm not going to highlight it for you like I did in the last sub special. You're going to have to watch and see what happens, but as a quick teaser, there is a splash of silliness, some science, a whole bunch of cannons, a fair whack of explosions, and some rockets. Yeah, rockets, not missiles. So, to whet your appetite, let's start off with the free gift. There's one for everybody in the audience. As a very special thanks to all of my viewers, this mad flying Egypt behind me, Ruger, say hello Ruger.
Hello.
Has put together this awesome test platform, especially for you. It contains 4 example cannons, a 45mm minigun, a 50mm 1-minute minigun, a meta cannon, as Ruger calls it, and this monstrous 225mm mixed round anti-sub ship cannon. Like I said, this platform and all of these cannons were specially built for you guys, and they have been fully scienced by Ruger for your convenience. There is a workshop link in the video description now. Time to have a look-see. Okie dokie, let's have a look at Ruger's 45mm minigun. So what goes into this beauty?
This is a very small, cheap, and compact minigun for dealing with nasty things that fly around. Um, this is the one that was in your last video.
Yeah, the AACAWS.
Yeah, this the one that fired tracers, but I removed the tracers because it just doesn't need them.
Cool.
So this thing shits out 800 meter per second rounds, so it'll deal with um, quite a lot of planes and stuff. It's not quite as good at squirrels as the CIWS one, but this is the precursor to that. I built this one before that one, so.
Well, let's be honest, the other one was designed specifically to kill squirrels, so.
Yeah, pretty much. But this one here will fit in a much more compact space.
It's tiny. It's a 1 meter turret, or it's a one-axis turret, isn't it?
Yeah, one axis. It's just 3x3 all the way up. So if you look at the glass blocks here, that's where the armor can go. So the glass will signify where the armor how close it can be. So there's no air blocks at all in there.
Yeah, you
so
can completely encapsulate that in metal beams if you want. 2, 3 thick, however much you want. Stop those nasty explosions going off.
And also you'll notice that all the explodable stuff is below decks. There's no explosive stuff above deck. And also there's a little metal rim around the base here. That's to help prevent turret pop. So all those metal blocks are attached to the sides of the turret block.
Oh, so they're not actually on the deck, no?
No, they're not on the deck. Because if without those, the whole thing would be bouncing on one clip. And if that clip goes,
yes.
pops.
This gives you extra structural integrity.
Yeah. So the extra 8 metal blocks there connect all 9 base parts there to the actual turret block. So no, much less chance of popping off.
That's a really cool wee concept.
Yeah, and also it doesn't need to balance on top of the weapon controller. You can actually put it right beside it because you don't need space.
Oh yeah, just like it is here, it's actually connected to that through the 1 block gap. But because of the 3x3 nature of, or the way things turn in this game, that counts as basically a sphere or a cylinder, so it can rotate perfectly in there.
Yeah. So it's very cheap, very compact. It empties itself in about 40 seconds and reloads in about 30.
That's pretty good refire.
So see, there's a small enough infrastructure behind it, and it only needs 3 barrels. It actually only needs about 2.2 barrels, but 3 to be safe.
Well, you can take the points into consideration if you're doing multiple.
Yeah. But yeah, it should be all around a very cheap and affordable solution to air problems.
Yeah, very nice little turret. Shall we move on to the next one?
Indeed.
Alrighty, so this is the 50mm 1-minute minigun. What goes into this?
Well, a lot of bullets is what goes into this. But yeah, this is the bigger brother of the little
Oh
45.
wow, is that 5 belt-fed autoloaders?
Yeah. So
Ouch.
this is the big brother of the little tickler one there. So this is called the 1-minute minigun, as I call it, because it empties, like blows its load in 1 minute,
Lovely.
blows its load in 1 minute, and it fires 1 kilometer per second bullets, and
Ouch.
it knocks the crap out of anything that's small and unarmored, and will also do pretty sizable damage to bigger stuff too.
Nasty.
And its effective range is well, fucking miles away really. It can, and it's ridiculously accurate.
Point zero or 0.15 accuracy. That is absurd.
Yeah. So it's the same sort of design principles as its younger brother there. All of its explodey stuff, all of its precious is below deck, and all you have is this little nubbin sticking out the top with the business end.
Yeah, there's just one little cooler there.
So the glass blocks again here show how close you can put your metal armor to it. So it's pretty much a 5x5 box all the way up until
Except for this one little corner. Yeah. It's cool.
So yeah, this one here is also a squirrel murderer, but it's not as good as the 2-axis one.
Yeah,
But
the
the
tracking
2-axis one,
speed is just better.
yeah, because a 1-axis and with the AA mantlet will just not compete against a 2-axis. But the CIWS one, it uses this one's bullets essentially.
All right, yeah,
So
cool.
it's kind of it's a merge between the 45 and the 50.
Yeah, so it's kind of
It's
like
a
the
perfect squirrel.
big brother of the two. That's really cool. And I see you've got plenty of recoil dampeners on it as well to make it
Yeah,
sort of ship feasible.
really, really low recoil, so it should.
I see. I think it was
The
like 900 or something like that. Like really, really low. That's totally feasible to put on a small ship.
Well, its infrastructure again's fairly small. Only needs 6 barrels to keep it firing forever. So that's 1 minute of death and then 1 minute of cooldown.
Wow, that's cool. Where's the shell?
1 minute.
Oh, there it is here. I'm just gonna bring the shell up here so you guys can see it. Another gunpowder sabot all the way to the end. Very cool. So, let's move on to the next one. So, this is the meta cannon. Why is this the meta cannon? Please explain.
Right. Well, the nature of gauges and mantles and having numbers of barrels means currently, because barrels are free and coolers are not. So you want more cooldown, you have more barrels. So this one here is the maximum gauge and barrel count. So 6 150mm cannons.
Wow, that's a hell of a lot of DACA.
So this thing runs on 2 very large belt feeds.
Yeah, no kidding. That's a
And
big ass clip.
and it's currently set up as a flat gun. The time diffuse flat guns from the this is like
Oh, this is like our
newer
AA
version
flags,
of
yeah.
yeah, this is the newer version of that here because that old one's not possible anymore. This is its predecessor or its our ancestor as such.
Yeah, yeah.
So but this it doesn't have to be a flat gun. You can switch that out for anything really.
Yeah, I mean, you could put HE shells, AP shells, depth fuses if you want.
Yeah. But this is where we start playing with stuff like tracers. Now, in the top here, there's a single autoloader that loads EMP tracers. So this is an EMP and a tracer round.
I've got a nice
And
squashed view here. So the block shrunk so people can see it.
yeah, so what that does is it frequently just pops out a little tracer round, and thankfully perfectly in time to keep the maximum bonus just enough to keep that, like, because if you look at the accuracy here, we're 0.6, and with that tracer coming out constantly, it'll be pretty much 0.3 all the time.
Yeah, that's so powerful.
And this thing is accurate way out to like 2.5 kilometers.
Wow, that's a very effective cannon.
There's a little laser hidden in there as well if you want to do time diffuse flak. But you can, like I said, you can switch that out for squash heads or shape charges or whatever. It's a very
that's the beauty of this system is just the versatility, and I'm finding now, especially since the gunpowder change, where your cooldown is based on the propellant rather than the mass of the projectile. It's now very, very easy to change your warheads out and use the exact same shells in different cannons much, much easier without having to fiddle with cannon settings.
Oh yes, yeah. And the other thing, the only thing is tracers can be hard to match up with well, especially on the miniguns, but on these bigger versatile cannons, it's a lot easier to get your tracer rounds. And the system I got working here with this one here is just perfect, like the way it just pops out.
It's such a nice little system. You and your asymmetrical designs, they always break my head.
There's a lot of Tetris going on in here.
Yeah, no kidding. But yeah,
That's all crushed in.
that is an example of a meta cannon. It's a super efficient space. I mean, look at all the size of it. Considering the amount of power in that, that is a teeny tiny cannon. So, finally, let's move on to the last one.
Yep.
Okie dokie, and this is the last cannon that you get to play with from this lovely little cannon pack that Ruger has put together for us. This is the 225mm tri-barrel with some very unusual mixed anti-sub and ship rounds. So, what is the story here?
Well, this is my first attempt at a sort of sizable deck gun for a large ship. And not your sort of battleship size, but something smaller. So I wanted to be very versatile, can kill a lot of stuff kind of cannon.
Yeah.
So this uses a mixture of 3 rounds. So the first one is squash head HE with the cavitation rounds. So this one can actually shoot subs.
Oh wow, cool. And just bear in mind with cavitation heads that they do reduce the amount of HE damage that the shell does.
Yeah,
it drops it to 80%, doesn't it?
75, I think.
Ah, 75. Cool.
Still enough.
Yeah, if you have a big enough HE head.
The next one along is the shaped charge HE. And this one has an inertial fuse, which has this wonderful anti-shield ability. So if this hits the shield, it'll explode and then send its shaped charge into the hull anyway, regardless of your shield. So there's a good chance it'll kill off the shields, which is really, really nice.
Yeah.
And the last one is the standard old M tracer.
Yeah, I like these. I've taken a real liking to playing with these as well.
Now you notice here that the infrastructure is very small for this cannon.
Yeah, it's surprising how small it is for such a big gun. You would think it would be much higher.
Don't think it's going to less damage because of that though. The reason why is because this is an autoloader one. All the rest are belt fed, but these are autoloaders. So it's got 12 2 meters, 2 meter autoloaders in here, and they're all dual clip ones. So this one will fire in bursts of 12, like one round every second. And there's a slight, like a 2 or 3 second break between bursts. And this is arranged so it fires a tracer first, then 5 rounds, then another tracer, and another 5 rounds.
Cool.
So it has a flare bonus of 2, so that's the tracer bonus of 2, all for every single shot, which brings its 0.5 accuracy down to like 0.25 or 3 or whatever. It was, yeah, 0.57, so half.
Very good.
Which is ludicrously accurate at range.
It's really impressive.
So if you are using this, remember the order of which autoloader is the tracer ones. So it's this top one on the back, the middle one in the top row is the first and the 7th to be fired out. And it's really, really hard to try and find out which order your autoloaders fire.
Yeah, I don't believe there's any way of actually doing that other than trial and error.
Just watching the rocket, or not rockets, the shells click in after a round is how I find out.
Yeah, but it's very hard to do with high gauge shells because of the long reload time.
And again, it's Tetris to oblivion, and the gauge snakes around there.
Yeah, this is ridiculous. I suggest you guys go into this and unshrink the view and follow the gauge snake. It's a bit like a game of snakes and ladders. You can follow it all the way to the bottom and just don't slip down.
So yeah, the underdeck here is a 5x5x5 cube. Not a single block is wasted in that. And in the top part, there's only one block that isn't used in cannon.
Wow.
Also, there's also another little feature I added here, which is nice.
Oh no, what is this now?
Front, under the mantle.
Okay.
If you remove that little block there and remove that, there's room for a shield.
Oh, you lamer.
You can stick a shield in there. See, we think of everything here at IreLAN.
Yep. Pre-designed just for your convenience.
Which is very nice. So
yeah,
if you can see here, for the glasses, you can get the armor very, very tight in around this as well. There's only some air blocks inside there, so.
Sorry, it might actually be hard to see for some of you guys because I keep moving back and forward. There's a weird graphical rendering problem with shields and glass blocks where it doesn't render them properly. You can sort of see them at range and then not see them. It's strange. But
Oh yeah,
you guys, like I say, this platform's going to be available on the workshop for you guys, so you can download it and have a play with the cannons, or save the cannons as sub-objects and plunk them on your own ships. And if anyone does that, I want to see screenshots, damn it.
yeah. I would love to hear people using them and tell me their problems or whatever, or just tell me if they're nice. That'd be sweet.
Yeah, we're not above outsourcing our troubleshooting, our R&D. But yeah, that's another look at, well, that's a look at all of the cannons now, I guess. So, like I say, it's up there on the Steam Workshop for you guys, specially built by Ruger, just for you, as a special thank you for all your awesome views and great support over the last couple of weeks. It's been absolutely crazy. So, I think I'm going to have to find some other silliness to get up to. So, we'll say goodbye to Ruger. Goodbye, Ruger.
Bye.
And thank you very much, Ruger, for putting this awesome thing together for us.
You're welcome.
So, on with the silliness. So, what do you think of your new toys, eh? I hope you have fun with them. Each and every one of you guys are a part of this channel, and I hope we continue to grow as we have. I can't say it enough. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your comments. Thank you for just being here, hanging out, and making this merry little band a true gem to be a part of. For me and the rest of the IreLAN guys, I really hope you enjoyed the special. We will continue to do our damnedest to bring you high quality content in the future. As always, take it handy and have a bloody good day.